Hey, this is Suraj Singh, Faridabad, Bharat. I'm a civil engineer. India election Bharat 2019. Society. I am interested to talk about what's happening at this moment in our country. Bharat is changing and has to change. 2019 is bringing to us very significant high-profile election, which is very important at this stage because we are as a country on crossroads. Where do we have to go? This is very significant because time never comes again. This time there has been seen high profile disintegration of society. Society is disintegrating, public is disintegrating, morality has been lost, no standards have been left, no quality life is observed, and nation is changing like anything which was never experienced before in the past. Unfortunately, despite our having a strength of all professionals all over our country, we are able to build other countries, but we are not able to build ourselves. This is really unfortunate state of affairs in our system, in our society. Stratifications of stratifications of which has been degraded by its own. People are not very serious about this country. They are not interested to change our society as well as our country and our governance system. All professionals from all classes, engineers, doctors, chartered accountants, advocates, others, humanities, they are not at all interested. But concentrate and think on this, how to change this country. They are just interested in money making. They are interested to get good jobs, high profile status, houses, cars, so that it is competitive standard and we can say, oh, I'm this and he is that. Just comparison and running in a race which is going nowhere. It's not criticism, the fact of life that the status which was considered 20, 30, 40 years back is not considered now. There is no aim left, no target left to become in the how to solve society. When I was young, it was called I have to become an engineer, I have to become doctor, this is my human life, this is my target life. But that thought, that contemplation has been lost somewhere. People used to have engineering education just to serve nation or other nation, just to build career and think and work for societies. But now, whatever education you get is not for doing work, but just work and must get package. A person who is an engineer, he goes to MBA just to get more package, or he goes to electronics or computer engineers to get more, go to USA and here and there, just to get more package. The package is, I think, a destiny now, not result of not the service. Service is no more required. Oh, I must get this package. Really, it's not. After all, you're not taking anything to with you when you die. When we leave this planet, nothing goes. That is only a philosophy. But number one professional field is engineering. Engineering that makes a nation, that makes a society, that develops everything. When someone is born under a roof, that is because of engineer, civil engineer at least. When building is there, it gives service to its residents, its occupants. It's because of civil, electrical, mechanical engineers. When you get advanced services like computer and other more services as computer and IT engineering. So my dear, professionals are very important. Doctors are very important. Engineers are very important. And these are basic foundations of whatever society in the world. Politicians are there. They are running country. They have power. But there is no defined power. Unfortunately, politicians are coming in politics to loot countries. Now what's happening? Everywhere you see corruption going on all over the world. It's not only in our country, in other countries, others like China, like America, like others. Everything is happening everywhere. Europe, you can say no countries left where there's no corruption. Somewhere higher, somewhere is lower. Well, forget the question also. But question is, why should we compare to other countries? Why don't we come to ourselves? We are educated class, we have crores of engineers, doctors. Means we are not in thousands and you can say lakhs. We are in crores. Few politicians say, throw in all 50,000, 60,000, 1 lakh, they loot us. They are like undefined criminals, unrecognized criminals. We respect them, we regard them, both they have power and we support them. Why do we support them? What is the? Because we are not going to that field. They know it very well. We are we are remaining in our own fields. Well, that's fine. We have to live in our fields. That is also very significant. Because without that, we cannot do anything. But is that only destination? Why don't we teach first ourselves what we should do? We should analyze ourselves. We should check our mind ourselves. We should check our stamina ourselves, and we should allow to ourselves some kind of contribution for nation, for society. Are we doing? I don't know. We are just busy, all of us, to do only earning activities. You can earn only when there is a country. If suppose country doesn't stay, system doesn't stay, shall you be able to earn? Now we are in one country, that is known as Bharat and India, because of Constitution of India. Constitution of India gives me a right to stay here, to work here, safe in all respects, secured. Suppose Constitution doesn't exist. Shall you and me have same power, privilege, rights as you and I have today? Just think over. Can we thrash our constitution? Is it possible? If someone says, I don't want this constitution, I want something else, is it acceptable? Shall you accept that? See, this is a document, this is not simply a document or framework. It is our life in this country. It's not Jungle Raj. It's not unbecoming rule. We have to respect this. Politicians will make use of this and abuse it. But we, people, as society, cannot abuse it. And we don't want to abuse. But its use also not, we are not making its proper use. Why don't I support my society by teaching them? Teaching doesn't mean classroom teaching. Dissemination of information, right information is also a part of teaching, and that continues whole life. 95% citizens, 95% members of our society do not understand all these things. They do not understand what is constitution, what is Sanvidhan, what is law, what is statute. All this they don't understand. They say, what I have to do with all this? But they are aggrieved people, they are sufferers. Even then they say, what I have to do with this? They say, well, it's different. But I think being crores in numbers among 130 crores, we have a basic duty. Being qualified, educated, pragmatic, and whatever we are, with our potential and capacity that each individual is having, we can actually disseminate our disseminated knowledge to others. We got some knowledge from some source, or from our own books or other literatures. We understand that, we can interpret that. But why to keep it to us? Why to constrain that knowledge in my mind? Why not to contribute it to someone else? Why not to, you can say, share it with others, those who don't understand or who don't know, who don't have sources to know, or who don't have time. For example, those people who cannot read English or cannot read Hindi or cannot read books and cannot read statutes, cannot read law, cannot read constitution. Is it my duty at least to share a part of my knowledge with those unlucky people who could not do that, who could not draw that knowledge? We should understand what is fact, and we should at least tell to few people so that this knowledge is spread, is disseminated successfully to society. And we should not stick to some political party, because we are not bound with any. I'm not talking of those who are workers or who are supporters party, let them do what they're doing, but being independent citizen of this country, being neither pro nor against whatever leader, whatever party, I don't bother. Because as a person, I don't value these political parties, because they are just a group of people which I can also establish. You can also establish. That's nothing. It's a question of spending some money, forming people, and registering your association or society, and registering that company. As a company, it's actually a company. Company is registered as a political party, and then extended act, which is People's Representative Act, applies onto that. But why should we concern ourselves as a in politics to such a lower extent? Is that only politics which is conducted by political parties? Politics is not one only. Politics is a domain, it's a science, it's a description and implementation of system that is called civics. Civics is not so small subject. It is how you live, how you organize in such a way that people are not impacted upon by others' impact. So I have right to live in society and I have to organize groups, I have to organize associations, I can organize political parties, I can organize whatever is there under the law. So why should I say no? This is only political party we can rule this country. People are ruling this country. It's not the political parties. Political party is just a part of system. But why not think on other way? See, as an individual, I have right, and as an individual, you have right to come to front. I'm not saying just go and fight elections, but support, fight, eliminate bad person. It's my duty. Eliminate corrupt. Don't be led by misinformations and fake news. Why should I? I would just say it is duty of our professionals who are well educated in our fields. We have minds, we have thoughts, we have capacity to think, we have capacity to contemplate, we have capacity to share. We can fight with these crooked politicians. We can write to them. We can argue with them. We can raise questions to them. Every individual cannot raise questions, and suppose somebody wants to raise also, he cannot express. Expression of opinion, expression of mind, expression of thought, expression of accumulated knowledge is also very important. Expression is this. Sometimes somebody speaks, he cannot write. Sometimes somebody can write, that person cannot speak. It happens. Because energy is concentrated on writing, then tongue works less. If energy is expressed, is concentrated on tongue, in that case, writing doesn't work. It is very, there are very few examples of both activities can be done by one individual writing, speaking, arguing, and everything. Even lawyers, advocates, they write long petitions, but in court they cannot argue on the same pattern. They change the tracks. This happens. So we professionals, from whatever is fair, have a moral, social, legal, constitutional responsibility, duty to teach our other people who are less fortunate to know as much as you know and we know. We express to them that don't be misled by political leaders, all political leaders. Think only current requirement is that we have to elect individuals and not political parties, because political parties cannot be elected. Leaders cannot be elected as political leaders. We have to elect those persons, good persons, reliable persons, competent persons, genuine persons, honest persons, non-crime persons who can represent us in Lok Sabha Parliament. Why should I depend upon these political parties who have nothing to do with me? I have no relation with them. Why should I worry? Even if I have relations, that should be public relations, social relation, and national relation, not personal relation. Why should I care for what Congress party floats and what BJP floats and what other parties floats? These candidates, why should I worry about those? And why should we worry that Rahul Gandhi should be PM or Modi should be PM or Mayawati should be PM? Why this is all nonsense? I don't care for them because they are not reliable people. They are thinking for themselves and their parties. They are not thinking for public. They speak only. Speak will not help. Modi speaks a lot, but result is zero. Same thing for others. Speaking is speaking. We are not born to listen to you and do what you say. We have our minds. God has given us more than you. If you're talking and wasting your energy for nothing, if you talk, do the same. You are not doing. So it is my country. It is your country. It's not their country only. We have to keep our home safe, so we have to keep our country safe. We have to keep our family safe. We have to keep our nation safe. How? We are responsible for our country as group, as society, as individual. So it is our duty to inform all what they should do. They should think of country, not a political party. They should think of nation, not of what government it is. Government is an automatic affair. It's not creating affair. It is a system, part of system. System moves, nobody can stop that. Even if no government is elected, government shall continue. Caretaker government, other government. We shouldn't worry about that. Election is the root of all this. If good elect is like crop, if good seeding is done, good irrigation is done, weather is good, environment is good, crop will yield good, not bad. You'll enjoy, you'll get your benefit of that crop. Same thing is this. Our election results are crops, seeds. Candidates are seeds. If we, and these parliament actions, proceedings are all helping nation. So we should send those people who can help nation, help us, help society, help constituency, not loot, not false statements, not tell lies, but all are doing lies. They, believe me, they're all you can say rubbish people, all irreliable, nonsense people. They don't care for Lok Sabha. They don't care for public. They don't care for inputs. They don't care for outputs. They don't care for budgets, their own budgets. This is what. This for what? For this they we elected them. Why we elect them? We elect them for us, for society, for nation. If they don't do, can we kick them out? We have a right to kick them out. What Constitution says, I don't care. We should pull that MP to area and ask him and force him to resign if he's not working. Because we supported him to be elected, so we can force him to resign. It is not illegal. Call him and tell him you have not done this, resign, please. Yes. You may say it is illegal. How it is illegal? If a society sits, if the members sit and ask him, you have not done this, why are you taking seat? Request him to resign. Why request him? Tell him you resign or you do this. Give me ultimatum. I'm asking you in this parliament session, you have to speak this. You have to ask them for this much budget. This is our right. I'm not saying to recall him. If he doesn't work, he has to come on his own. This is what is called active, actionable politics. Okay, this is direct political system, but people are voting that is direct to MP. We are electing MP. We are not electing PM. PM is just a brainwashing system. PM is nothing in fact. It's cabinet head, that's all. And cabinet is not independent. Cabinet is run by president. He is ultimate head. And president is not dynamic because constitution is as such. He cannot work on his own. President has to depend on cabinet, and cabinet has to depend on on MPs. If MPs are not happy, cabinet can work. It cannot exist if MPs are not happy. In fact, so why should we not understand all this system, organized way? This is organization chart of system, which we are confused with. Our public is confused. They think, Modi works everything, Rahul works everything, Indra used to work everything. No, they did nothing except policy making. And policy is also not made by one man. It is made by group. It's approved by parliament. All elections are approved by parliament. So parliament is supreme, as we say. People understand Supreme Court is supreme. Supreme Court is supreme for purpose of law only. For purpose of construction of laws, how laws are interpreted, how meanings are extracted, and nothing else. If laws are silent on something, it is duty of the Supreme Court because it is called Constitutional Court to deliver judgment and make a law which is called case law until Parliament adopts that law or rejects that law. That is the system. Law making body is Parliament. Law is everything. Parliament makes law, nobody else. And those law which Parliament cannot make, it delegates to ministry or delegates to other authorities. That is called regulations or bylaws. But ultimately, that is a law. So our constitution is law number one, which is prime law. Under that law, under those provisions which are accepted in the constitution, that other laws are legislated, which are called bare acts, which is called parliament acts. That's it. So we have to understand in such a way that organizations relate to people. Because not killing the people. If somebody comes, if you ask someone, oh, my MP has not done this, yes, my drain is not working, my hand pump is not working, I'm not getting. This is not job of member of parliament. It's municipality job. I am asking a member of parliament, have you done this? No. How can you do this? Tell me. Can you check your drain? Can you check your electric current is coming or not coming? He cannot. Because it's not his job. There are MLAs, there are councillors, there are panchayats. So this analysis must be understood, which our public lack. They lack because we lack. How many of our professionals know about Constitution of India? 95% don't know. Why? We know our subjects, we know physics, chemistry, mathematics, civics, biology, all this we know. Because we are bound to know just to make money, to make, have a job. We know by studying Constitution of India, we will not get a job. But when you worship in your home, does it take you to job? Why you worship? Because you trust in God. Do you trust in your nation? Do you trust in your country? If we trust in our country, we must understand what constitution is. We should not be expert, but we should know just like we know A to Z, 1 to 100, 1 to 1000. We should know at least what is our constitution is. If we know it, we can discuss. If we don't know about this, we cannot discuss. That is the reason people don't know the name of this country. Name is Bharat and second name is India, but they call it Hindustan because they are unaware, in spite of the fact that this name exists in just in Article First One in Constitution. Really tragic, regretful. If I go abroad and somebody asks me what's the name of my country, I'll say Hindustan. It's not Hindustan. It's not. For the last 70 years, there is no Hindustan because this is not our name. This was a name appointed by, granted by Arabs, by Mughals, not by us. Still, there's meaning of it, but we have no meaning at all. Our name is Bharat, Bharat, and India. India is also given by British. So real name is Bharat. Yada yada hi dharmasya. You see that Krishna used to say yada yada hi dharmasya galanir bhavati bharate abhayuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamiham praritranaya sadhunam vinashaya duskritam dharma sanstha santatathaya mohani yuge yuge. Have you seen that? Have you heard that? In that Krishna says, even Ram says, whenever there is a problem on earth, earth means Bharat, I would be there to resolve it and to re-establish institutions of religion, dharma. So I will re-establish dharma. Dharma he calls. This is someone called Hindu. He doesn't call Christian or Sikh or someone else. He called dharma. The dharma is prime name of all religions. Religions are secondary. Dharma is first, which God nominated. Anyway, there's a different outlook. So I would just say, I would just request to all those who are qualified, educated professionals to think yourself, contemplate and decide. Can you help your own country? If you can help, then you have to do your job. You have to contribute to society. You have to contribute to election system. You have to contribute to let people understand what they should do. Condemn election of prime minister, which is a fake understanding. Uphold election of MPs. I think you got me. Thank you. Jai Bharat. Dhanyawad.